I don't think Western countries know how deep the problem is, how bad the situation is. Sure, they are living in that country, they are experiencing everything firsthand, but also the outside view is changing as well. For you to understand, I have to give you some information first. I teach English. I am like a personal tutor. People call me and I teach them English. It's a side hustle that I do to make some extra money. And usually in a year, I get about 23 calls from someone to teach them English. But this year, I have been only getting two or maybe three or five calls to teach English. And the market is actually bad in teaching English, to be honest. And about 5 months ago, someone called me and asked me if I can teach them Chinese. I told them that my Chinese isn't good, so go find someone else. About 2 months ago, another person called and asked if I could teach them Chinese. I said, I'm not your guy, go find someone else. And yesterday, someone called and asked for Chinese again. And because I didn't have much calls, I didn't have much clients, you can say, I tried to tell him to learn English. I said, listen, every movie gets out, it's in English. Everything that is new is in English. If you want life to get easier, learn English. That will help you more than any other language. It's an international language. Most of the countries know how to speak English. But that person said, no, that's not the plan. I said, listen, what is your plan exactly? He said he's planning to move to China in the near future, maybe, and maybe start a new job and a new life there. I said, listen, just go to maybe UK or Canada or the US. And he said, just no, and just hang up. I was being kind of annoying, and I now realize that. But still, that got me wondering, why are people so much invested in learning Chinese more than English recently? I thought I was losing my job to AI, but that turns out to be not true exactly, and most of the people are trying to learn Chinese, at the very least here. And to be honest, I that made me realize something. I still keep in contact with many of my old clients, the ones that I teach English. And they wanted to, not all of them, but many of them wanted to leave and go to the UK, the US, or Canada for maybe a different lifestyle, maybe a better life, who knows. Anyway, I realized that every single one of them still haven't moved to any of those countries. I don't know why, but they are still here. They are not planning to go even this year or the next 5 years. They have completely changed their plans. And I think I know why is that. In here, in Iran, which is not a Western country, people are aware of what's happening in countries like the US, the UK, Canada, Germany, France, and so on. They know what's going on. Imagine this for yourself. Imagine you don't live in a Western country and you hear and see that in Western country, safety is decreasing, illegal immigration is a big problem, gang rapes are increasing, crime is rising, and there is no room for growing or even safety. I myself don't want to move in those countries because can you imagine having family there or children? I cannot. To be honest, I cannot at all. And then I thought, at the very least, freedom of speech is better than in China. But then again, China has more freedom of speech than Western countries. In the UK, France, or Germany, if you say anything about a specific group or a country or immigration or foreigners, you will be arrested and maybe jailed even. So China has more freedom of speech than any other Western country. And if you want to talk about safety, China is far more safer than the UK. We can all agree on that. And let's talk about the US, for example. Crooked Biden opened the borders, a lot of criminals got into the US, and Trump right now is cleaning the mess up. He is deporting all the illegals, closing up the border, and he is cleaning the country up and making the US a safer place. But at the same time, Trump is not a 100% good. He is starting wars. He is just messing up with other countries. And sometimes I don't think he knows what he's doing. But we cannot deny that he is actually making the US a better place, a safer place for Americans. But Trump will be only the president for another 3 years, maybe. After that, if another Democrat is elected, they will mess up the country again. Imagine Biden is president again, or Kamala Harris, or the son of Biden, Hunter Biden. He will just sniff something and gives an order and mess up the country, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I think Western countries don't really realize how bad the situation is. It's so bad that people from outside of those countries now realize that these countries are not safe anymore. Imagine it yourself. Is the UK what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? No, it's not. It's completely overrun by foreigners. The culture is ruined, and it's just messed up. And not just Western countries. Japan is also experiencing the same thing, and they are not doing much to stop it. I hope it doesn't reach Japan, but they are experiencing the same thing. And you have to understand this. I'm not saying people don't want to go to Western countries anymore. Some people still do want to go to Western countries, but the good people don't want to go there anymore. For example, the people that I teach English to, they are normal people. They are hardworking, normal people that uh, always fantasized about moving to Western countries, having a different life, and they have completely changed their plans. The ones that got into Western countries or still want to get to Western countries are the crackheads, are the ones that are cuckoo in the head. They want to go there and just commit whatever crime they want to commit, do what they want, and if things don't go well for them, they will just play the racist card, the religion card, or call you names for not letting them go after they commit a crime. They still want to go to Western countries. Those people are trying whatever they can to go to Western countries because that is a fantastic playground for them. Imagine you can go there, commit any crime you want, and you will be set free. If I was a criminal, I was cuckoo in the head, I will not commit crimes here. I will not commit crimes in China. I will go to Western countries because that seems like a safe haven for criminals because they will be set free no matter what they do. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I will see you again soon if I can.